Remember, I don't want you to pinch your fingers in there. Hi, friends. I know that I sound sick. I don't understand it. I got the kids cold. The kids brought a cold home from school. It went through the whole family. And then I got it a little bit and then I got better. And then 2 days ago, I woke up sounding like this and I don't feel bad. I just sound like this. It's so weird. The kids broke my tripod, the boys. I have a mic today, so I hope you can hear me better than normal. Um, you guys know that we've been having so many technical difficulties with the mics in our podcast. Oh, I have to sneeze. Bless me. Anyway, mics have been a disaster. One of the microphone ports to split the mic into two mics, which is what we need, broke in our mixer the minute we used it. So it took a little while, but we contacted the company and they were actually amazing and their customer service was great. And not only did they replace our soundboard, but they also threw in these extra little mini mics and they're so handy. So I'm going to put their link in the description below. I paid for these mics and the entire set of equipment that we got for the podcast. But just because the customer service has been so awesome, I'm definitely going to share their link down below if you need any sort of sound recording. This has been a great company to work with. Anyway, now that we have these, that's exciting for me because this means we can take the podcast kind of anywhere now. We could before, but it was a little more challenging. So I'm hoping that these pick up sound better. I still have to test it against our big mics, but we shall see. Anyway, sorry, you guys. I always go rambling about behind the scenes stuff that nobody cares about. Sorry. Cody had a theory that the reason I don't feel sick, but I sound sick, and it's so confusing for me, is he was like, "Hun, this is your first sickness since you had your gallbladder removed and all of my liver and gallbladder problems went away and I have recovered from that." Yeah, he was like, "What if your immune system is just so used to fighting so hard that what sick felt like for you before and what you've normalized as being sick is just so much less now that you don't feel like you're sick." I was like, that is a very good point because I have had a lot of experiences like that since having my surgery and learning a lot about the issues that I actually had that resulted in my surgery. So anyway, I have been trying to lay low because clearly I've got something going on, even though I feel fine. So I'm trying to not spread my illness, but it's so hard to stay home for this has been 2 weeks of this. Today is Friday and the big kids are at school today. But what's interesting is we are in Alberta and there's actually a teacher's strike that is happening on Monday and starting on Monday. So that will be interesting. So the kids are not going to be in school for at least a week. I'm really excited, actually. I'm really excited to have them home. School has been great for them and they are loving it. And obviously there are pros and cons to both. I feel like this has given us so much perspective being homeschoolers and then switching over to public school. I feel like we've developed a lot of nuance and there were definitely some things I feel like I was judgmental or ignorant against that my perspective has changed. But then again, the school system still isn't perfect, but it's difficult because the sisterhood of the traveling vlog camera. Sorry, my boys are just wild little beings. Every time I try and put the camera on the floor or anywhere where they could reach, they flock to it like moths to a flame. Overall, they're doing really well, and there are so many pros for my individual kids and the schools that they're going to. But there are some things that still concern me, obviously, with public school and the quality of the education. But it's tough now because it's not just entirely my decision. My kids are old enough to have a say in their own lives. So it's balance. We've started doing homeschool preschool for Zag just gently, and we've started bringing in our Waldorf-ish rhythm. It's been so nice. You did paint a spider and it's on the fridge, right? It's lovely. Zag will talk at the camera. Both the babies will talk at the camera a lot when the vlog is on. I think maybe you might have noticed that. They start chattering a lot because I FaceTime my mom a lot. And we FaceTime one of their great grandmas. And they just think that FaceTime, they think every time I pull out my camera and talk to it, I must be FaceTiming somebody. It's very cute though. So yeah, overall, our week has been a little strange. I know I have been a little bit absent, and I'm trying to get back to filming again. I just needed a little bit of a mental health break. Honestly, you guys saw the short video that I had posted a couple videos back talking about how I had another miscarriage, and that was my third one back to back. And even though this happened at the beginning of August, it just kind of caught up to me, and I really had a hard time showing up in these spaces without anybody knowing what I was actually going through. So now that I've shared it, I feel like that lifted a huge weight off of me. And so now I'm slowly easing back in. I just gave myself permission to take a break. But now it's Friday. The kids are about to be off school for at least a week. Again, who knows how long a strike is going to last? It could be a week, it could be a month. I have no idea. We are going to take it day by day and we will see. But I would really love to get this house reset. Now, in our rhythm, we need to go outside with the boys soon. It's so chilly in the mornings now. But I want to take them at least for a walk, probably take the dog out for a walk as well. And then I want to reset the house. Like, I just want to give it a good clean. I've got a load of laundry going in the basement. Just before the kids are all home, I want to be able to have this week be really fun and really family oriented. I want to go for maybe like some hikes over by the river. I want to play lots of board games. And Mackenzie and I started rewatching. She was like, "Can we please do a Twilight marathon?" And of course, I was like, "Heck yeah!" So we started that last night, and I have baking to do. I need to prepare to have my big eaters home. So there's lots to do today. So I thought I would just take you guys along. I'm not feeling the most motivated, so we'll see how much gets done. Again, I'm feeling normal, but I feel like I've got a fog over me from this cold. It's weird. I don't feel ill, but I've got this like throat situation and I sound like this. And every once in a while I have this like pathetic little cough that's very dry and I just feel a little bit bogged down. So instead of sitting in that feeling, we're just going to get through because the day is going to pass anyway. So as much as I'm going to rest in between, we're just going to get some stuff done. So come along with us today. Let's reset the house. Apparently, I didn't hit record. I accidentally turned the whole thing off. That's annoying. Oh well, we cleaned up mostly. Now I have to vacuum. Obviously, I've got something going on. I'm such a mouth breather right now. What is this? I'm really sorry, guys. This is probably annoying to listen to this video, and I appreciate everybody who's here, despite me sounding like I have my nose plugged. The last thing I like to do is take my homemade fabric spray and just spray all my soft surfaces. My carpets, my chairs, my blankets. It's so easy to make. Half water, half vinegar, and then probably 1 or 2 tablespoons of your laundry detergent. That's all it is. But it really refreshes a space. It's not as full of all the poopies. Obviously, depending on the laundry detergent you use, but honestly, who cares? There are more important things in life than the laundry detergent you choose, guys. Don't let people think that you're any less for washing with Tide or something. I know that crunchy community can be intense. It's actually funny. Do you guys want to know a secret? It's not actually a secret, but this summer I had attended a birth as a doula, and I always, like, we do a load of laundry, we wash all of the birth bedding and whatever, we just like clean before we leave. So I had thrown a load of laundry in the washing machine, and I love this lady so much, but I really admire how, natural she is. And I saw that she had Tide laundry detergent, and I was like, oh my gosh. And it was like this moment where I was like, I could do that too, because the natural laundry detergents, they just don't work in our hard water. I've used them for over a decade. They don't work here. Our water is some of the hardest in the world. My clothes smelled dingy. I felt like all of my, anything with elastic in it smelled horrible, if I'm being honest. Like there was just this musty smell to everything that we could never get out. And so I was like, do you know what? And I didn't say anything to her, but I was like, do you know what? I can get it too. So I went home and I went and bought a thing of Tide and I washed a load of laundry in it. And it got rid of all of the laundry problems that we've been having for years. Our clothes were cleaner. They were brighter. The smell was gone. And I haven't gone back since. And I don't feel bad about it. We don't carry around a crunchy card. That is going to be revoked by the crunchy police. So here's your reminder. You don't have to. If you love your natural laundry detergent, keep it. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't work for you, you can change it. And as I'm getting older and like really just starting to be really comfortable with who I am and what I believe and the fact that nuance exists so abundantly in life, is that when something stops working, change it. If something isn't working, go find something that does work and screw everybody else who might judge you or think differently of you, because it doesn't matter what you wash your laundry with in your own damn house, right? So anyway, that's my little story about how I use Tide now. Crunchy police, arrest me if you want. I don't care. Get away, hot, hot. Very hot water. No touching. Yes. I need to do a really deep mop soon where I take everything out of this entryway and lift rugs and all sorts of stuff and mop. My mop head, I need a new one, but I can't find any at the store locally, so I'm going to have to order one or something. We are going by done is better than perfect today. Ain't nobody have time for perfect right now. You know, that really changed my perspective. I used to be really intense perfectionist to the point of like I would just anxiety clean all the time. I battled with really, really bad anxiety for most of my life, and I was able to kick it in my 20s, like mid to later 20s, and now I don't have anxiety. Obviously, like sometimes I get anxiety, of course, but I don't suffer with chronic anxiety like I used to, and that is amazing because I thought it was something I was going to have to live with for the rest of my life, but turns out it's not something that you have to deal with forever. Anyway, one of my anxiety things that I did was crazy clean. Like, we're talking scrub baseboard. One of the things that really helped me, and the motto that just I kept repeating to myself was, done is better than perfect. Nothing has to be done perfect. Cody can do things that's in a way that is not my way, and the fact that the job is done is good enough. And I can do things to completion without perfection, and that is good enough. And I guess I'm just sharing that in case anybody else feels this way and is struggling in your own bubble of anxiety-induced cleaning. It does not have to be that way. It's more of a practice, the discipline I find, just like working out or something. You know how you have to work out for months and months before you necessarily see results a lot of the time. Same with managing and combating, in my experience, things like anxiety. Obviously, that's not the end-all be-all solution, but it is something that I have found majorly helps. And this is just a quick job, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't care if I walk in it. I don't care if the babies walk in it. Who cares? The floors will be clean. So that when my toddlers inevitably drop little crumbs and food bits on them and pick them up and put them back in their mouth, I won't cringe as hard. I don't actually love mopping my bathrooms, but I'm going to do it today because my floor is relatively clean in there already. I clean all my bathroom floors by hand, and I won't do around the toilet just because I don't want to get my mop all gross. But I prefer a hand-done job. I almost said I prefer a hand job, and that would make this a very different vlog. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. You know, a lot of people don't realize that I am actually a really silly girl with a very dirty sense of humor, and that is just me. And one thing I told myself when returning to the internet was I was going to just be myself, because people already don't like me when I'm kind of a curated half version of myself on the internet. So what the heck am I even going to lose, right? Nothing. As our friend Mel Robbins would say, let them leave, let them misunderstand you, let them think you're cringy, let them. Who cares? Not this girl anymore. I know my mop head looks so dingy, and I have cleaned it multiple times, given it like really good boiling cleaner soaks, but it is just stained, and I need a new one. But as I said before, I can't find one, so I have to find one. I really try and keep my sniffles to a minimum, because I'm sure in the mic especially that's disgusting. I'm really excited for my big kids to come home today, and I have podcast filming this weekend, so I'm really trying to just get the house just more tidy so that we can enjoy our weekend instead of spending all of the time cleaning. Not that we spend the whole time cleaning, but Saturdays are cleaning days, and we all pitch in and help. Again, normally I just put these chairs up. I just don't care today. That's fine. Good enough. Boys, what are you doing? Something that works out really nicely about the timing of this strike is that it's going right over our Canadian Thanksgiving. Here, buddy. Thanks. Which, for our family, means Cody and Mackenzie's shared birthday. They were born on the same day. My daughter is about to be 15. How? It's funny, I really don't feel old enough to have a 15-year-old. And I'm like, no, Rainbow, you're in your early 30s. That checks out. But it's nice because Cody actually has quite a bit of time off in this next week or so. And so we're going to be able to spend a lot of time together as a family, which I'm really excited for, because that man does not get very much time off. He is always working, and I love him for it. And I'm so grateful for his drive and his ability to provide for our family so I can stay here and raise our children and homeschool. But that doesn't mean that it is not easy, or that doesn't mean that it's easy to have him gone all the time. It's really hard. I miss him. But it's nice because I was going to pull Mackenzie out of school anyway for her birthday. Now I don't have to. She's going to be off anyway. And Thanksgiving weekend anyway. Like, they would have had a lot of time off this week anyhow. So if the strike is over in just a week, it's not really going to make too much of a difference as far as how much time they have off. It is really bizarre to think that I'll have a 15-year-old. I don't know. Having a teenager in general is just wild to me. But 15 feels so much bigger. Like, 15 is like a really serious teenage age, right? Like, that's an actual teenage number. Not that 14 wasn't and 13 wasn't, but I feel like 13 and 14 are like entry-level teenager. And then you turn 15, and then it's like, okay, that's the real deal. It's when things start to get more complex in their lives. She's such a good kid, though. I'm so proud of her and who she is and how she carries herself. Proud of all of my kids. I'm just specifically talking about her because she's the oldest and her birthday's coming up, but I'm excited to see what she decides to do with her life in terms of career choices. And oh, look at that. I can really see that girl being a published author one day, and I hope that I can support her in reaching those dreams if that's what she actually wants to pursue, along with her conservation work that she wants to do. How is there yogurt all over everything? I clean these at least once a week. At least. There's always stuff. Yogurt, drinkable yogurt, is like the worst for toddlers. They love it. It's so messy. That wasn't filming. That's so annoying. I don't know why that keeps turning itself off. Hopefully this is okay though. You guys don't mind seeing this. Ooh, see? I can still talk to you guys while I'm going outside. Put the garbage away. See? The kids run. So I have to race the toddlers before they can escape. Hello. Okay, inside.
Where's Emma?
No, not here. She must be out today, or she's in her house. I must have accidentally touched something. Anyway, my toddlers are eating a entire tub of raspberries, but I'm going to allow it. Whatever. They can do that. That's a Pop-Tart. Yeah, Zag went into the closet and found Cody's special Pop-Tarts. And the pantry. That's what I mean by the closet. And he opened it up, so whatever. He can eat it. That's our mistake for not putting him higher. Hopefully this is okay for you guys to just listen to me chat while I putter around. I mean, I hope it's okay because I won't know until I'm editing. I'm hoping with the mic that it's a little better. And you can actually hear me. It's actually kind of nice because of the mic. I feel like I can talk a little bit more. So hopefully this is not incredibly boring, but I'm trying to remember what I said because the camera turned off on me. Oh, I was going to say the kids have chores every morning. We do morning chores, after school chores, and then we do power hour together at the end of the day, and everybody just contributes. But the kids woke up a little bit late today and they didn't quite finish all of the chores that they had this morning, so I'm just kind of covering them. It's 11 o'clock and the kitchen is quite messy, so time to deal with that, and then we'll move on to a craft with the toddlers. We're going to do a craft today. Are you excited for that?
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll also play Play-Doh in the afternoon.
I'm flipping the also.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to do a Halloween craft today. I just went to the dollar store and picked up a couple little Halloween crafts because I thought it was fun and easy for me this week. So, again, it doesn't always have to be perfect. I don't know when it happened, but I stopped drinking my Yoki coffees. I think just somewhere over the summer with the busyness of the move. And I kind of forgot about them. I've just been drinking normal coffee. And then I remembered yesterday, I was like, wait, why am I not drinking my Yoki coffees? So I made one yesterday and it was so good. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so much better. What have I been doing? So I'm back on the Yoki coffee train and it's so good. If you don't know what I mean about Yoki coffee, what I do, I whip a farm fresh egg yolk into brown sugar and I whip it into a custard and then I pour hot coffee over it. So the hot coffee, don't worry, it's raw when you start, but if you're using good eggs, it's fine. Obviously the hot coffee kind of like destroys any pathogens that might be in there because it kind of cooks it, right? I hate washing sourdough jars. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's so delicious. You only need just a touch of cream in there after. If you ever run out of cream, you can make a custard and pour coffee into it in a pinch and it will kind of feel like you put cream in there. But it's just so delicious. But I realized, I was like, oh, I kind of need the choline from the raw egg yolks for trying to conceive. So back on my Yoki coffees. I hate that you're doing dishes and you're like, oh look, I'm almost done. And then you turn around and you realize you've always forgotten stuff on the stove. Why? Why is that? Oh my gosh, they're doing construction next door. The house directly beside us sold and they're renovating it to turn it into a rental. And lovely people bought it. I met them very briefly, but the construction has been so loud right against our wall. So like right where Zephyr sleeps and right where his crib is. Oh, it's been a bit of a nightmare, but I'm hoping they're done soon. It's been like 2 weeks of this. But by the noise levels, I think they are like stripping everything down right to the drywall or to the boards even. No idea. I'm assuming they've taken out all the carpet and replaced those. I just did the floors and they've already got raspberries and well, this is why you never know that the house is clean when they have toddlers in it because I bet you that mom is cleaning all day. You'd never be able to tell though. So I hope all of you are doing well. I hope you're back to school, whether you are homeschooled or in the public system has been nice On your family? Yes, darling. You can wipe it on that tissue, but my hands are wet, hun. On that paper towel. I hope it's been good to you and your family. I hope your kids are doing well. And if you don't have kids, I hope you're doing well. You know, it's funny. A little while ago, I might not have wanted to share that story with you of switching laundry detergent, which just makes me laugh now because I'm like, really, was I being so into my people pleasing that I was worried that somebody might judge me for not using a natural laundry detergent? I just said laundry. What is laundry? It's so silly, though, how we can become so people pleasy that we just kind of stop living in integrity and we live according to what is going to make the less heat. Yes, darling. Okay, thank you for cleaning that up. Do you need to wash your hands or face? Look at your hands. Are they sticky or are they okay? All right. But that's so easy to do, and it's something I really struggle with. I don't like confrontation, and I really hate that the current culture on the internet is this: if I don't agree with you, I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. And it's just so immature to me and so ridiculous. Like, when did we become like that? When did we stop being able to tolerate anything different? It's such an ignorant perspective to take. Like, oh, I don't agree with you on this. I need you to know that I personally don't agree with this. What a silly take. And honestly, like, I'm not perfect at this. I'm sure there have been times where I feel like I have definitely inserted my opinion on other people. And now I'm just like, why? Who am I to insert my opinion on somebody else's life? Like, can I show you guys what I do? Can I show you what I believe? Can I show you how I live my life and then allow you to make your own choice? Yes, that's why I share online, because I think maybe someone out there could benefit from something I share. But the idea of like, you're not doing this like I'm doing it, or like I believe is right, so I need to tell you how bad you are. What a silly take. How ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous, Andrea. The Devil Wears Prada reference, if you are unfamiliar. I love that movie. It's one of my favorites. I guess the point of that story is just to say that I just don't give a rat's booty anymore about things like that. And I'm trying really hard to practice not caring and just showing up as myself. And that's why I had to take a break. And I've been struggling with sharing and creating content this summer. Because after I had 3 losses, after that happened, it changed who I am. It changed what I think. It changed what is important to me. Like, loss changes you, right? And I just didn't want to, I couldn't keep showing up. I'm just talking to the camera, baby. But thank you for coming to talk to me. It's very sweet of you. Yeah, I just decided that I couldn't keep showing up not being my 100% self because, oh my gosh, nothing matters. Really, nothing matters. Everything matters and nothing matters. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've ever been through loss of any kind, but I think you understand what I'm getting at here. Like, this trivial kind of lifestyle that we just agree to is so silly. And we should all be able to show up exactly as we are, as long as we're not causing like actual harm to other people. And I mean, even that has nuance, because some people would say that some things you do cause harm to other people and it really doesn't. You know, bodily autonomy and all that. We really just have to stop being so intolerant of difference. And you know, I'm really lucky in this space, especially. Oh, that was loud noise. You guys, you're all so great who watch me, and I really don't experience a lot of hate or judgment in these spaces, and I appreciate that so much. Like, I know there are people that watch me that don't agree with everything, but the fact that they're able to hold their tongues. Oh, don't throw it down the stairs. You need to put it in the shelf nicely, please. And just accept that we can have differences and we can still find things that we have in common. We can still find things that we enjoy. Oh my goodness, could you imagine a world where we were all the same? Truly. What a ridiculous thought. I just appreciate each and every one of you who share this space with me. and who are able to be here. And I mean, we all have judgments. I'm sure there are things I do that you guys judge quietly, but that's human nature to a degree. But I still just appreciate you being here and being willing to just be a decent human and sitting in a space with somebody that is maybe like you, maybe different than you, maybe a little bit of several things. Okay, we're not going to do a perfect job here. Done is better than perfect, indeed. But we do have to clean this. Fridge is always so gross, the handles. I don't know why. I think when my kids are baking and cooking, they just like go to the fridge for ingredients when they have gross hands. Ah! Caught myself there. But yeah, anyway, I just feel like I need to show up very authentically myself, which is nerve-wracking for me because even my humor is really silly and maybe and sarcastic and sometimes quite dry, and some people may not understand that. And so I've always kind of censored myself and just try to make myself a more desirable blend of tea for everybody to enjoy. And then I've just realized that I can't do that. That's a waste of a life. It's a waste of the gift that I was given as an individual person. And so I'm really trying to practice showing up in these spaces as authentically as I can and being okay with people misunderstanding me, maybe getting mad at me, without tolerating any crap, though. You know, do no harm, take no shit. That's a good motto to live by. When you have two people that are like 2 feet tall, gosh, everything on their level just gets yucky, especially in a kitchen. But again, all these things just take a little bit of time. I think I've been at it for maybe 45 minutes, and I'm almost finished, and I've gotten a lot cleaned. I will have to just quickly vacuum and pick up the upstairs, but I can also do that when Cody is home because he's off early today, or maybe he'll just do it. I don't know. Sometimes he does that where he'll be like, no, why are you also cleaning this part when you've done all the other house today? You go away, I'll clean. He's a good man. Anyway, I hope that if you hold yourself in a way that is more digestible to others, or in a way that you think is more digestible to others, I hope that you also can find the courage to not, because what's that saying? You can be the juiciest peach that there ever was, and there's still going to be somebody who doesn't like peaches. I don't know, when did we get so entitled where we just think that we can just tell everybody that we don't like them? I'm unfollowing you. I hate that culture, you know? It's like cancel culture and all that. I think it's so, like, some people deserve it, honestly. But the everyday just person doesn't. Like, if you don't like something, or it's that constant thing where people are like, well, somebody in this area might not have access to that, or like, honestly, check your privilege. Yeah, that's a thing. That's not what I'm getting at. But this general idea that we have to point out that this doesn't apply to this person, or it's like, hey, here's how you make chocolate cake, and somebody might be like, well, I can't eat chocolate cake because I'm gluten intolerant. It's like, okay, well then this video wasn't for you, Deborah. What do you mean? Like, that's what I don't understand. When did we become a people and a culture who is so entitled in thinking that everything is for us, or everything should be for us? It shouldn't be like that. Everything should be, you need to go out and find what is for you, and find your people and find your things. That's okay. We can just pick them up. Accidents happen. Not a big deal. Tell Zephyr to help you pick them up. Show Zephyr how to put them back. Right? We have to teach him because he's just little and he's still learning. Anyway, that really bothers me that we've just become, and like, I think it's important to check ourselves and make sure that we're not doing that and participating in that. Like, that, well, I'm seeing something for a stay-at-home mom stuff. I have to work. Okay, then this isn't for you. Then that thing that is being said about stay-at-home moms isn't for you then. You know? That thing being said about chocolate cake is not for you. Not everything is for you. You need to go find a gluten-free content creator. And that's for you. But this idea that everybody must cater to everybody is so ridiculous, and I think it really strips us of our personality and our individuality. And I think we can really fall into the traps when you're making content for other people to digest and consume. It can be really easy, and I'm not even like an actual content creator, like I don't know how people with big followings do it, but it's just so easy to feel like we have to abide by everybody's opinions, but it's just so ridiculous. And so something I'm working on is really not doing that anymore. And honestly, when people say that, kind of checking them and be like, hey, just move along then. Not everything is for you, and that's okay. In a gentle, loving way, it doesn't have to be mean. You don't have to be rude about it. But at the same time, it is rude to go and be like, well, somebody might not be able to buy flour. Okay, then this video is not for them, Ugh. I'm sure that's exhausting for everybody. I can't be the only one. Okay, the kitchen is clean. Good enough. Hi, buddy. What are you getting? Nope, stay out of the garbage. I have to watch him because sometimes he throws cups and things away. Out for a walk to break up the day. He's already had a nap. Lunch has been had. And the house is mostly clean now. Hey, where are you going? What are you smelling? Oh, he's gonna score. Woo! Wait, it was like the most organized before you guys cleaned it out?
Yeah.
That's good.
And then mine was the second most clean.
Oh. And how'd that go?
Oh.
Good. Are you saying you actually learned from me being like, no, we need descriptive things and your paragraphs need to actually like say things with them?
See, I like what it says. If my hand can fit in there, that's a problem. Without like touching anything, that's a problem. That's a lack of space.
Yeah. Okay, friends, it is the evening now. I spent the night with the kids and we made dinner, and the kids have friends over, so I didn't want to do any more filming in the main area of the house anymore. So I'm just up in the office, and Cody is, we do the bedtime routine with the babies together now, and then he puts both boys to sleep actually. So it's been really nice. So I'm just hiding in the office until he's done that. But I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me today. Let me know what you think of the mic and me using that and like talking while I clean. I'm not going to do this all the time. Like right now I don't have anything. I should probably move my hand. But let me know if you guys liked that kind of, it's a bit of a different video for me. So let me know what you think. And yeah, and I'm glad to be back, and I'm going to film over the weekend so I can start to give vlogs out to you in a regular fashion again. And yeah, thanks for hanging out here today, and we'll see you in my next one, friends.